Hey guys and girls, what is going on? It is Zazzri today, bringing you a slightly different video today. It's going to be a long one, so if you like my video, sit back and enjoy. What we've got in the background here is a simmed match between City United. If you put the controller in the middle when you're selecting the teams, just on a regular kick-off match, then you can watch the two teams simulate, so it'll just basically the two computers playing against each other. They pick the team, they pick substitutions, everything, but yeah, it just does it for you. And I've seen a few different commentators do this in terms of, like if they're going to do predictions on like matches, and I'm only going to do it on this one. I might do it on like say El Clasicos, big ones like that, like Champions League final, that type of thing. It's not going to become a series where I do it like every week or something, but I thought it's a big match. It's City versus United, and of course a lot of people are going to give their views, their opinions on it. And obviously I'm not going to give my final score till the end, so then what you can see is you'll be able to see the FIFA score, which I won't ruin for you either. And then you'll be able to see mine and can kind of compare. And the whole idea is that I'd like you guys to leave a comment on who you think's going to win and the score and why you think that. So if you think, I don't know, United will win 2-0, then say 2-0 because, I don't know, their strikers are in form, whatever it might be. So yeah, I think that'd be quite nice. I think it's going to be a nice idea, and hopefully there's no big comment wars. I mean, I'm doing a Man United career mode currently on Small Gamers Union channel, and I've done a Man City one, so I'm kind of impartial really. Obviously I'm a fan of Chelsea, so this match, like it's not Tottenham or Arsenal playing, where that might have an effect on Chelsea's top four. So I'm not really going to be biased or anything. But yeah, I'll just talk about a few teams and my thoughts on them. Okay, so United have had a really good season. I think they've been really consistent. That's like something that's been really useful for them. They've done well in the Champions League. Obviously, they got knocked out by Real Madrid, but kind of unfairly, I guess. I mean, I would have, if they hadn't come across Real Madrid, I thought they would have gone a lot further. Semi-finals, final, probably. If they hadn't come across Real Madrid when they did. But I think Sir Alex Ferguson has really just focused on the league a lot this season, and he's really done well, to be honest. Like, United have been dominant throughout. They've had, earlier on in the season I thought they're just getting lucky because they were getting like last minute goals from Van Persie and stuff, and I thought it's going to run out, and I thought City or Chelsea might even overtake them, but as the season's gone on, like it's been pretty obvious United are going to win, and I think that it's always going to be a tough game. If you don't know, it's at Old Trafford. It's always going to be a tough game for Man City, but I think the thing is, Sir Alex Ferguson is just so strong and he's so tactically good, and he's been a great manager for years and years. Whereas you compare that to Mancini, and I think Mancini's a very good manager, but I think that he's maybe not quite the quality of Sir Alex Ferguson. I do like Mancini. I know some people don't, but I'm not sure if he's tactically as good as Sir Alex Ferguson. And without Balotelli, I mean, Balotelli, even though he's not consistently one of the best strikers when he was at Man City, without him, I don't know, I feel they're a little bit weaker up front. Obviously, you've got the likes of Aguero and Tevez who are very good strikers, but I don't know, Balotelli's just got this thing about him. I think you look at United's defence, especially the centre-backs, and they're quite big, strong centre-backs, and I think that might mean that someone like Aguero, he's very fast, but he's not very strong, could potentially, be, challenged very difficultly. He's going to come up against centre-backs like Vidic, that is just an absolute monster. But I think these games are always interesting to watch, but it's always going to be like any other game that's really kind of boring to watch, like a very goalless game, nothing really happening. Or it's going to be a game that's really like not even a lot of goals, but action-packed, and very close, that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to it. If you don't know, it's on Monday. I think I'm going to be uploading this on Sunday and recording this on Saturday. But I think the strong points with Man City is they've got a very good kind of up front, but their defence, they've got Company who's great, obviously, but I feel that their centre-back and their left-backs are not that good, to be honest. I mean, they're good players, but they're not world-class, and when you've got the likes of Valencia, those sort of players, by the way, I'm sorry if I don't know if players are injured or not. I'm not a fan of either of these teams, as I've said. So, if I'm saying someone, he's going to be like looking good, and he's not, if he's injured or something, just let me know. Obviously I'm not going to know now, but anyway, as I was saying, and I think that it's going to be very difficult for them to compete, and I think that in midfield I really do see United dominating. Carrick has been absolutely world class this season. He's had some very nice balls, and I don't think Carrick gets the credit he deserves. I used to think Carrick was absolutely awful, but this season he's just made some absolutely wonderful passes. I'm sure if you just search like 2012-13 season Carrick passes, you'll see what I mean. It's like the quality of like Zazzri really, with some of the passes he's made. And if you look at statistically for a centre mid, he's got the most passing completion, I think. Last time I saw a statistic and it was like the best passing. But then you look at City's midfield and it's just really kind of not as good as United. Sorry, if you compare like characters like Gareth Barry who's playing now, it just doesn't really compare. But obviously Zazzri the bench one, but they have got David Silva who's very, very good. But I could see United just dominating the midfield as they do in many games. And if Van Persie's on form, then he's going to be such a handful for City, because I don't know about Van Persie what it is about him that makes him so good. I think it's his unbelievable first touches, but he's been a bit quiet recently. I think I don't know, he's just not been as dominant. Like I remember when Chelsea played them earlier in the season, I was like, oh my goodness, Van Persie is just an absolute monster. Like we've got to mark him so closely. Whereas recently in the past few games, he seems to past few weeks really, he's been a bit quieter in terms of goal scoring. But I'm wondering if he's going to come back and just go absolutely crazy in this game against City. I keep like messing up the names, like wanting to call the teams. But anyway, and I think Rooney's been surprisingly good at, because Rooney's a very, very hard worker, and that is something that I've noticed. Like, although I'm not a big fan of Rooney, to be fair to him, especially for United, I've noticed he is such a hard working player. He will be such a driving force for them. And the thing about Chicharito or Hernandez, whatever you want to call him, is that although he's not like a striker that can just completely change a game, like there's certain passes, if Carrick's passing well and he gets brought on in say the 60th, 70th minute, I think he could be very dangerous and surprising. But overall, I do see, because if you think about it, like if United lose, it doesn't really make a difference. If City win, doesn't really make a difference in terms of where they're going to finish. City are definitely going to finish in the top four, I think, and United are definitely going to win the title. And I don't think other than that it really matters. If City finish third over second, I don't think they're going to finish fourth, but if they finish third over second, I don't see it being a massive difference. Because there's nothing really changes if they finish third or second. For Mancini it might. I mean, he might get sacked or whatever, but it's not really going to make a massive difference. This game, it's not early on this season where it's going to be kind of give one team an advantage. United are so far ahead that it kind of doesn't matter for them. But I think because it is at Old Trafford, that's going to give them a massive boost. I mean, as you can see, it's 1-0, and we're closing on the end of the match, and I might as well tell you the final score is 1-0 to City. But to be honest, I don't think that's going to be the final score. I could see it being 2-1 to United. That's my prediction. I feel that probably United are going to go 1-0 up, or probably 1-0 up, then City get a goal back in the second half, and then 70th, 80th minute, United will get another goal, making it 2-1. I think that's probably going to be the final score. I would either see a 2-1 to United, or possibly a 1-1 draw, but probably a 2-1 to United. So please leave a comment on what you think the final score will be. I think that because I just think United will be too strong. They've been in great form recently. Alex Ferguson's really good tactically, and I think that, especially being at Old Trafford, I really can't see City winning this game, to be honest. I actually would prefer United to win, simply because I'm a Chelsea fan and I want Chelsea to finish second if they can. And although I really don't think it's going to happen, it's going to help Chelsea significantly on closing the gap on City. So obviously I want United to win, even though I'm not a big fan of United either. But regardless, I think it's going to be a good game to watch. But yeah, guys, please leave a comment on what you think it'll be. I'm sorry this video is a bit rambly and I haven't really said a lot, but I thought I might as well have a go at one of these, and hopefully if I do in the future it'll be a lot better and a lot more thought out and planned. But I just thought I'd have a go at it and see what happens. So yeah, leave a comment on what you think the score will be, firstly. Why you think that, like, just a sentence or whatever. I don't want massive paragraphs, but and finally, I would be interested to see if it's like, if you're a City fan and you think United are going to win, or if you're a United fan and you think City are going to win. Like, I think that'd be quite interesting to see also. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.